Okay, the first graphic we're going to work on is these counting blocks. I'm going to use my snipping tool again. I'm just going to snip this whole thing right here so I can copy it and bring it over to Word. Now in this situation, I don't necessarily need this to draw on the top of for accuracy. I snipped this and pasted it into Word for a reference so I don't have to flip back and forth and look and see what I'm working with. For the sake of knowing how to do something, I have placed a running head up here, which says running head, and a page number that I just made up. So in order to type in Word, we'll just double click, and you can use your ASCII chart, or like I showed you before, you can actually go into Duxbury and type all of this out and copy and paste it, and it works just the same. You can see that I have actually formatted this in Duxbury, but usually when you copy and you paste over here into Word, it doesn't carry the formatting with it. Sometimes it does. Okay, so now you have your text on your page, your running head, your page number, everything. So now all we need to do is draw a graphic. Now you could draw horizontal and vertical lines to achieve these grids. So the easiest thing you can do is go to Insert Table, and this is a 10 by 10 grid. So you go to table size, number of columns, number of rows. Change that to 10 by 10, or you can change it to 6 by 8, whatever kind of grid you need. And you just hit OK. Looks a little crazy right now, but that's okay. There's a little square down here in the right-hand corner, which allows you to adjust to the way you need it. This little square up here in the left-hand corner will allow you to move it to where you need it. Okay, there's one of two ways you can show the shading in this particular graphic. You can go to Insert. Let me just zoom in a little bit so we can see this better. Okay, you can go up here to Insert, go to your square or rectangle shape, and draw over the area that you need to be shaded. Sometimes it wants to fight with you and not be the exact size you want it to be. If that's the case, you can go up here and adjust it. Okay, then you can go to Shape Fill, and you can fill that in gray. Now you see how it's sitting on the top of this grid? You can right click and go to Format Auto Shape and send it behind text, and it will show up behind the grid. Now if you ever think you need to change the grid lines to be any bigger than what they are, I'm actually going to take the outline off of that so it doesn't get confusing. You will click on your table. It will give you a pop-up box for table design. And you can go up here to your borders, all borders, everything. And you can change this number to be heavier than what you got going on. And it will change it all to what you need. And you will repeat the same for the other one in this situation. Or you can You can not use the shading. You can actually use, delete this. You could actually use circles to fill in for your shading. And you would just copy and paste the same circle. Once you get a few, you can go recopy these three, so you don't have to copy and paste every one of them. And you just continue your shading with the circles. So you have one of two ways you can do that. That is with the circles or with the shading. Make sure that you have your circles aligned. Shape format, align, so they're perfectly aligned. And you have a counting tool.